Dear students, myself, Dr. T. Senthilmurugan, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Information Technology, Kakatiya Institute of Technology and Science, Warangal. So in this semester, I am going to handle computer network for 5th semester students. In computer network, there are self-learning topics and classroom discussion topics are there. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about self-learning topic 1, data communication. Before starting this lecture, the student must be know about outcome of this lecture. So after listening to this lecture, you should understand the different components involved in networks and different communication modes available in networks. So after reading this outcome, so we are going to discuss about different components involved in the networks and what are the communication modes available in computer network that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So what is data communication? First, we are going to discuss about what is data. Okay. So data refers to information which is presented in whatever form is agreed upon by the parties creating and using the data. If two parties there, party 1, party 2, okay. So these two persons can agree for create and use the data, whatever form it may be. Okay. So if both are accepting, that is considered as the data. That is the information is data. What is data communication? Data communication are the exchange of data between two devices via some transmission medium. So two devices there. Both devices are communication devices. What is communication devices? The device capable for transmitting and receiving the information. That device is called like communication device. If the two devices is wants to communicate each other, for that we need some medium for connection of these two devices. It may be wired in the wired network, it may be the air in the wireless network. Okay, so that is data communication. Next, we want to discuss about components of a data communication system. What are the components used in the data communication? What is data communication? The information exchange from two devices, that is data communication. Okay, so for that, what are the components are required? So see here, sender, receiver, message, medium, and protocol. Okay, so here sender, we know that sender is the sending information. Okay, sender is sending the information. Receiver is receiving the information. These devices are transmission devices. Okay, so it have the capable for sending and receiving the information. And medium is already I told wire or wireless. Anything may be a medium. Message is already we know data or information, that is called like messages. So two devices are there. It will be connected through the medium. Through this medium, the information will be shared from sender to receiver. So these are we know commonly, but we don't know about protocol. What is protocol? Protocol is the rules and regulation for transmitting the information over the medium. Okay. So now what we are going to discuss about it in this protocol. Protocol means rules and regulations. Protocol defines that what is communicated, okay, how it is communicated, and when it is communicated. So for that we have what are the elements of a protocol. So already we know that what it is communicated, what type of data we are transmitted. Okay, text data or multimedia data or video data, whatever it may be, that will be converted into the bits, zeros and ones format, digital formats. Okay, that is defined by the syntax. Semantics, how we are uh, sending the data. Okay, how we are sending the data. So how we are sending it? It will be converted into bits or some formats will be converted. Then it will be transmitted. Okay. So semantics means interpret the meaning of the bits. If we are sending 1010, So how we can write in decimal? It is the equivalent to the 10 value. So I am interpreting this digital data is equal to decimal 10 value. So same like that it will be represented in the semantics. Timing, when the data is transmitted, when it is received, how much time it is taken, how much speed it is traversed through the medium. So these informations are recorded in the protocol. So data flow, the next topic is data flow. So there is data flow means communication modes, how the data is transmitted in the medium. For that we have three communication modes: simplex, half duplex and full duplex. Okay. So what is simplex? Simplex mode means this diagram represent, you can see this, only one direction. The data will be traversed from one direction to another direction. So one machine will send the data, another machine will getting the data or receiving the data. Okay, there is no reverse direction of data flow. Okay, so this is simplex mode. So example, unidirectional mode, one way street. Okay, so if in traffic we know that one way traffic means only one direction the vehicles will move, same like that in simplex mode. Example is keyboard. Okay, so whenever we are connect to the CPU, when we are pressing the key in the keyboard, the signal will be transmitted to CPU. It's not getting signal from CPU. Okay, so next, so I will give some time to think about it. Any other example for simplex transmission? Anyone? Monitor. Okay, so same like that, keyboard, monitor also one of the device is used for simplex communication. Monitor, what it will do, it is getting signal from the CPU and display to the user. It is not resending information to the CPU. Okay, so next to half duplex. What is half duplex? So the communication will be in the both the directions, but it may be in different times. Okay, so the communication in both the direction, but it is in the different times. Different time means not at the same time. Okay, so what we are going to say here, so the data may be transmitted from session. This session maybe you consider node 1. Okay, what is node? Node is any communication device in computer network. We can say that is the node. Here session 1. So here this is session 2 is there. So if the we can transmit the data means direction of data from 1 to 2 in time 1. Okay, so first to second it will say. So after this transmission over, then session 2 will be transmit that information to the session 1. So best example is walkie-talkie. If two person is communicating through walkie-talkie means what will be happen? One person is talking, other person is listening. Once communication over, the person can say over. After that, the second person will start. So example walkie-talkie for half duplex mode. Any other examples for that half duplex mode? Anyone? Anyone please take time to think about it. So conference. Okay. So for example, video conference is there. So if many people are joined at the time, if one person is talking, others are listening. So then the person is over, the next person will communicate. Okay. So this is the best example for half duplex mode. Finally, full duplex mode. What is full duplex mode? Both the direction at same timing. Okay. So first one, only one direction, that is simplex. Both the direction in different time, that is half duplex. Here both the direction but in same timing, like our phone calls. Okay, so session 1 and session 2 is there, so both will communicate at the same timing. So example, talk and listen, both will be happened at the same timing. Okay, transmit and receive simultaneously, that is called like full duplex mode. Okay, so best example is mobile communication, whatever we are using mobile phone, that is used in full duplex mode. Okay, so we know that how data is flowed from one node to another node and what are the components used in the computer networks. Now we must be know about effectiveness of the data communication system. what are the characteristics of computer networks? First one, delivery. What is delivery? The system must deliver the data to correct destination. Okay, if session 1 is there, in different destinations are there, so it may be 1, so 2, 3, 4. So the session 1 wants to send the data to 4. Okay, so it will must be delivered the correct destination, and as well as data must be received by the intended device. So 4 only receive this information. Accuracy. What is accuracy? Deliver the information accurately. Okay, so without error it will be sent. Clear? So and then the data have been altered in transmission and left uncorrected or unusable. If any mistakes are there, the entire data transmitted is waste. Okay, so next one, timeliness. So if I will send the information for you in WhatsApp, all the students should join at 10 o'clock. So I will post the message at 9 o'clock. Before seeing, if you are seeing before 10 o'clock, the message is valuable. Okay. If you are not reaching this, receiving this information before 10 o'clock, what is the use of this data? So time is very important when transmitting the data in computer network. Next one, jitter. What is jitter? So jitter means variation in packet arrival time, that is delay. Okay, variation in delay. So what happened? First message will reach in, if this is the source, this is the destination. So here source will send the information. So first message will go, it will take in 1 milliseconds. Second message it will take 2 milliseconds. The same path. Okay. So even what is the jitter means? This differences between the delay. Okay. So that is variation in delay is called like jitter. Clear? So these are the sample questions for your thinking capacity. You just think and say the answer. First question, CB radio is best example for. Okay. So radio is best example for simplex communication. Okay. What is simplex? One-way directions. In satellite to peoples. We are receivers, that radio will be delivered the information to us. We are not able to reply to satellites. Okay, that is simplex mode. Next one, jitter means. What is jitter? The previous slide I explained. It is a delay, or it is the throughput, or variation in delay, or variation in throughput. What is throughput? Okay, delay means how much time it is taking. What is throughput? How much data transmitted in a particular time. Okay, so how much data transmitted from the source, how much data received in the destination in the particular time. That is called like throughput. So what is the answer? Variation in delay. So course learning outcome revisited. So before starting this class, I told what is the outcome of this lecture. So now end of this lecture, now you should clearly understood the different components involved in the networks. What are the components is sender, receiver, message, medium and protocol. Okay, so that we are discussed briefly. And to make a network, okay, with these components you are able to make a network, and different communication modes available in the networks. So now we are discussed simplex, half duplex and full duplex. Okay, so now you clearly understood these concepts. Okay, any queries? Please post the query here. Thank you. For next video will be SLT2 about networks. Okay, thank you very much.